All right, I think now we got it. All right, I think we have it back to normal now. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think yeah, the idea of doing a private stream, I think it's good for troubleshooting and stuff like that. What I don't like is that if I private a previous VOD, it just by default makes my stream private. I think that's stupid. Like, if you private a VOD, why would you want your future streams to also have those settings? I think that's pretty stupid. The multi-stream thing I have also just did an update, so I thought it might have something to do with that, but now we're all good apparently. Yo, how's it going? Yo, Plobby 3D, thanks for the tier 1, I appreciate it. But no, it's good you noticed it was private, because I didn't see that. I didn't even think about having a private stream. Yeah, Joe, thanks for the tier 1 as well, I appreciate it. Actually, give me a sec. Yeah, okay, so the main issue was the last stream got demonetized because we had some music in the background for like a second. So I just privated the video, and to me, I thought I was just privating the VOD because that's makes sense. But I was actually privating my stream, which I think is a stupid feature. I mean, the idea of privating the stream to troubleshoot is a good idea, but just because I private a VOD doesn't mean I want all my future streams to also be private. I think that's pretty dog shit. Yeah, thanks for the 50 for the hype train. Um, hello. Thanks for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Happy Sunday. Yeah, we're finally back to streaming again. I yeah, life was kind of hectic for a month or so. We had some traveling. We got like pretty bad shoulder pain to the point that I couldn't use my shoulder, and I had to take a week of off work. And then some people visited, and then I got the flu, and it's just like, oh my fucking, it's just like a lot of stuff happened. So there's no streams for like a month or so. But we're back now. Whole of NPC disappeared since I streamed. Yeah, unfortunate, but kind of saw it coming, unfortunately. Yeah, I have a decent amount of friends there, which unfortunately lost their jobs, but yeah, they were really good. I'm sure they'll get picked up. Great news about Lewis getting a job. Yeah, that was cool. A mentee of mine just got picked up at ILM, which is really cool. So yeah, congrats to Lewis. Let's see. Am I still a think tank? I am. I was in the new building yesterday, actually. They finally have a new office. Well, not office. They finally have a new building which doesn't look like a house anymore. Where it looks like a proper school now. So that was pretty cool. His work is insane. Yeah, his work's pretty good. He did pretty well on the mentorship. So I think like the main thing that helped him get a job was he interviewed with ILM before, and they commented on his lack of hard surface. So then he went out and did hard surface work. So they liked his that they listened to the feedback, right? And that's honestly like the most important part, right? And that kind of extends into, you know, asking professionals for help in general. Like if you ask for feedback and you do the feedback, it's always a big plus for sure. What are these? Think tanks in Canada? Yeah, it's in Vancouver. What is this like this for? But yeah, life has been pretty busy lately. You know, all the travel, sick, working on, you know, the studies on the side, and a lot of stuff. So I haven't been able to stream and stuff that much. Do you think having a lack of organic work is a problem? Not necessarily. My current student at Think Tank, we were talking about this very thing yesterday actually. I think you don't have to have organic as in like creature, but I think having organic as in like so hypothetically, like he has a bike, you could make the bike organic by damaging it and sculpting wear and tear into it, or like you can add bags on it, you know, so you're introducing cloth. Like that is organic, but it's not a creature, if that makes sense. So I don't think you need to creature or whatever, but like having that sort of stuff is useful for sure. What CPU do I recommend? Oh, I got no idea about computers, man. whatever you can afford, I guess. I don't know. When you make a cylinder, do you add loops along its length? Yeah, to a degree. The idea is like if you have no cylinders, if you have no spans, then this edge here will slide down the cylinder when it subdivides, and you don't want that too much. Yo, how's it going? Showing knowledge of ZBrush, I guess, is the main thing. Yeah, it's just another skill. But the thing is, like, if you know, the same thing goes to me. If you want to do a hard surface, I wouldn't like. There's no point in me doing a creature. I can't compete with creature modelers. It would be better if I invested my time doing hard surface based sculpting. If that makes sense. There wasn't. I think it goes the reverse in his situation, because the chance of a junior being given the creature is not very high, but a junior being given some hard surface work is much higher. So if you don't have the hard surface stuff, it's more of an issue than a hard surface person not having creature. Congrats on the Oscar. Yeah, it's all right. I don't know. The Oscars are kind of like it's not that. It's cool, but it's not that personal, if that makes sense. Like, you know, it's me and 500 people that won that, if that makes sense. Like it's not, I guess, that personal, I guess. But I mean, you know, it's still cool. I'm not complaining or anything. Again, I'm kind of surprised at one. I thought like apes. I don't know what the Academy has against apes, but I thought apes was probably going to take it, honestly. What? Oh, I see. Okay. +50 modelers. How many modelers do we have in Vancouver? I think we only had like, I guess you would have had maybe 10 modelers in Vancouver, if that. Dune was better? Dune is always a safe bet, I guess. But yeah, it's like, I don't personally consider myself an award winner, if that makes sense. Because it's just like, it's a team of like hundreds of people that did that. I mean, of course I contributed a lot to it, but it's not me, if that makes sense. God, these Blender tubes are pretty ass. maybe I should fix these. Do I have advice for 3D beginner, like managing time? I wouldn't, if I was you as a beginner, I wouldn't even care about managing time. I would just have fun. Just have fun. Do what you think is cool and interesting. I wouldn't care about that sort of stuff. Managing time and the speed and efficiency comes naturally over time. Hope I'm well. Yeah, still a little bit sick, but I think I'm mostly okay. I haven't looked at this plane for like a month, so I don't even know what we're doing, honestly. How much time did I spend on the harvester? I think like 3 months, maybe. Something like that. At least for animation, it's a big chunk. Big chunk of what? So I don't know what it's talking about. Yo, Garrison, how's it going, man? Is this a personal project? Yeah, it's personal. We're definitely not doing professional work on stream. We would lose our job and be blacklisted instantly. I'm thinking of getting the portfolio mentorship on campus just to get the ability to get the visa and maybe getting hired after. What do you think? A think tank? I don't think they offer a visa. I don't think that's a thing at all anymore. I'm pretty sure it's not a thing. Yeah. Yeah, that they don't do that. So there's the question. That's your answer to that question for sure. Okay, let's go. Oh, I totally fucked that already. That's probably enough. It changed? Did they offer a visa before? I don't remember them. Oh god. I don't remember them offering visas. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember them offering a visa. God. Oh, this is way too big. Super mesh 0.002. Hey, I always work on projects while watching your stream. Thanks for doing. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for tuning to the stream. Where were I? Where was I? A few things. Traveled for a little bit, then got like tendonitis or some bullshit in my shoulder, which means I couldn't like use my arm. So I like took some time off work, and then I got the flu, and it's just like a lot of shit just happened. Oh god. Oh, I'm an idiot. Let us just pull this down across like that. Okay. But yeah, like no joke, I couldn't like bend my arm. Like it was fucking crazy. Oh wait, there's another thing in here. Oh, there is. Put that up there. But yeah, that's why I disappeared for a bit. How much reference to use when modeling something like this, especially? I have a decent amount of reference. Yeah, reference is always useful. I don't need to follow it one to one, but it's nice to have. I will subdivide render time. Yeah, at render time. But yeah, sweep mesh is pretty cool. Oh god, get that up there. You just wake up or feeling sick? Why do I sound like shit? Like, maybe a mix of both. This one I should probably fix. Actually, this one's not too bad, I don't think. Now you're referencing the rest of the thing. Wait, what? I couldn't... What are you responding to? Oh, Garrison. What did Garrison say? Oh, I couldn't even get a student visa, yeah. No, Garrison went back to America. You're on a visa for think tank. Interesting. But you've got a open permit as well, right? Like how did you get that? Is that like an American thing? Because I didn't realize it'd be I don't know if it was easy, but easy to get an open work permit. Oh shit. You can't get a student visa for a program less than 6 months. Oh, I see. Interesting. So you got it. You got the permit though, right? Cool. And you said you can activate that whenever you want. That's cool. I didn't realize that was a thing, but that's very, very handy. Main six reference. Yo, how's it going? Yeah, all right. Been like everyone in Vancouver, I've been sick last few weeks and all that sort of nonsense, but we're all right. Hope you've been well. Yeah, it sounds like a US thing, for sure. Oh fuck, don't do that. Ooh, okay. I didn't realize the reference would bring in so much bullshit. Where's aluminium? There it is. But yeah, I haven't really looked at this plane for like 6 weeks, so it's more of a chill, get back into stream. I have no plan or anything. We're just gonna chip away at this, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Looks insane, the plane. It's alright. It's not too bad. Yo, how's it going? What tablet I use? Just whatever the standard Intuos is. God, this is actually looking pretty bad. Maybe we should redo this one as well. Maybe it'd be fine actually. But yeah, we haven't been streaming for a bit. There's a lot of things have been going on. It's kind of crazy, right? Because like during like the strikes and stuff like that, like shit was so like there's just nothing. And now life has just bombarded me with so much shit to do, I guess. Life has been pretty busy. Start playing with Mario on the tablet. Took a minute to get used to. Yeah, it takes a while. I think it's worth it, but that's just my personal preference. I don't think people have to use tablet, right? It's just whatever they feel like. I I think there's a lot of value in the tablet for sure, though. You're interested in going to character creature modeling for VFX. What level hard surface modeling skill you think I'll need? You need to do some hard surface. I think a lot of the times students think they'll go into a job and be given a creature when you have like 5 other badass creature modelers fighting over the same creature, and it's just like the chance of the junior being given it over the other experienced modelers is not the highest. So I would at least have a understanding. Oh shit, a understanding of hard surface modeling. God, where did my piece of geo go? Oh, okay. But yeah, it's also like, I think that's the main thing, right? Like, I mean, that doesn't just go for creature modelers, but modelers in general. Like, I wouldn't walk into a studio as a junior and expect to be given the best work. As a junior, be happy to model a barrel in the background, for sure. But it's like it's a harsh reality, right? Of like, imagine, you're in the industry for like a year or 2, and then like you're working at DNEG, and then like this main plane comes in. The chances are this plane's probably either going to come to me or Mike. Like, it's the chance of getting this sort of like high profile hard surface work is not super high if you're with like other really experienced people, right? What GPU do I have? I got a 4090. I don't know how much RAM the 4090 has, but my computer has, I think, 128 gigs of RAM. But yeah, like when I got in the industry, I was like happy to do UVs, right? Like, that's the main thing. You gotta be happy to do anything when you first start out. Any work is better than none, yeah, for sure. I mean, especially now, right? With the state of the industry. Actually, the industry is getting way better, but I think this year things will boom for sure. Well, maybe not boom, but at least work will be coming back, I think. Happy to do UVs? Of course. I love doing UVs. A 4090, that seems to be an overkill for modeling. I mean, I want to render as well, right? Like, I don't want to do nothing but modeling. Like, I need to do other things aside from just modeling. When I mean, like, 49 is great for gaming as well, right? But when I first got my computer, I was doing concept, so like I needed to render quickly. I I didn't want to sit around waiting forever. I would love to just get a chance to get in the industry doing 3D almost 5 years and still no luck with the job. Shit. Where are you located? I always prefer overkill versus underpowered. Yeah, for sure. Like, like for me, like I got a super powerful computer because I don't want to sit around waiting for things. Like I'd rather just focus on doing the work, right? And I upgrade my computer like once every like 10 years anyway. So like might as well get a super powerful computer. Don't use CPU render. I find GPU rendering gives a worse result. Uh, I've been told I need to showcase hard surface, but I also haven't been able to get a clear answer as to what level of complexity. I don't know. I don't think I don't think if you want to be a character modeler, you should be able to model this. I don't think this is not needed for a character artist for sure. Because I mean, a lot of hard surface modelers can't even do this. But I think at least be able to model basic props, right? Slovakia, so mid EU. Yeah, there's not really many studios around there. You'd probably have to move. It's like if you want to go into VFX at least, right? You have to be like in the vicinity of these studios. That's the main thing, I guess. There's like 300 million artists from where I'm from. I'm well aware of that. So really hard to stand out enough to get noticed. India is literally where most of the industry is this day. So uh, I think you have the exact same problem we have. It's like, how do you stand out when the team in, like, say for example, Vancouver, when the team is like 6 people? We have the exact same problem that you would have in India. Standing out is not, and it's an issue for everyone. Like, DNEG Vancouver has 2 hard surface modelers. It's me and Mike, pretty much. So I think the idea of standing out is a universal problem. Like yes, you may have like much more competition, but you also have like much more jobs. So it's very consistent no matter where you are in the world. UK requires yeah, I know Brexit kind of fucked everyone, unfortunately. Brexit was a bit of a stupid decision, but it is what it is. Oh, you want to go into games? I don't know anything about games, sorry. You think stuff like vintage cars should be what I should be able to get to? I mean, sure, a vintage car is cool. I mean, that's a. I mean, obviously, the better you can make the work, the better chance you have. But I mean, I don't expect a character artist to be able to model crazy cars. Actually, let's look at Lewis's work, because Lewis had the exact same issue you're talking about. So Lewis wanted to where should I find his stuff? Lewis wanted to be a creature character artist, and he was told he doesn't have enough hard surface. So I'll show you what we did. Does he have a demo reel? Where would I find his demo reel? Maybe I just look up his actual name. Oh, he hasn't. Will this have it? Oh, 1 year ago. Where is his latest? Ah, Lewis, why are you making it so hard to find your latest portfolio thing? Hmm. God, fucking ArtStation sucks sometimes. Yeah, I wanted to find his whole demo reel, but I can't find his latest demo reel. I don't want to just find the character, the thing we did in the demo reel. I mean, I don't want to find the armor. Fuck it, this will do. But yeah, he had like all he had was creatures on his thing, creatures and characters, and he was told he needs to do hard surface. And he originally told me he wanted to build like a car engine or whatever to tick the box of hard surface, and I was like, fuck that. We will do a hard surface character instead. So this is a way that you can kind of bridge, still doing characters, but at least you've ticked the hard surface box now. And this is like much more interesting than just doing a car engine or something. But yeah, so you can do something like this. If you want to be a character artist but need to tick that hard surface box, just find a character that has some hard surface on it, like some armor or something. Yeah. Do people still fight you online about topology? Oh, I don't give a shit about topology anymore. Like people can do whatever they want. I don't care at all about that anymore. um, you remember quoting you to a lecturer about n-gons and we got into a massive fight about it? Like, what's there to fight about? Is he in games? That's the only reason that it would have any issue. But who's Mike? Does he have a R station? No, Mike has like no social presence at all. He said subdivide to fix n-gons. Nah, I like sure you can do like I can do that, but like I think when you're a student and you're beginning, if you subdivide to fix n-gons while you're learning, you just build bad habits, right? Like I think you need to get comfortable with understanding topology first, and then you can like break the rules later. I don't think a student should be building the bad habit of being like, fuck it, I'll just subdivide everything, right? Like imagine we have, I don't know, something like this, and a student is just like, actually, I'll just get rid of this piece. Be like, oh, I can just subdivide to fix this. Like, sure, technically you can, but you end up with a really shit topology. Like, I think like I do this at times, but because I know what the end result will be, and I can make sure at least when I subdivide it, at least it will be in the way I want. Where if you're a student and you're learning this stuff, you can end up with like really bad habits, and end up with some really shit topology, right? Like imagine giving this to someone. Sure, technically this works, but it's not what you want when you're learning, right? But yes, technically you can subdivide to fix fix n-gons. Yo, Rocky, thanks for the prime, I appreciate it. It's always good to see you here. Why is it so hard to understand Australian speaking? I don't know. My accent's not even that bad. Like, imagine it could be far worse. I'm at DNEG Vancouver, yeah. Yo, Zurovsky, thanks for the prime as well. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much. Is making the shape first in CAD and then do some quad topology helpful? Nah, I wouldn't. I don't think there's a point in modeling something twice. That's just my opinion, though. If it works for you, you can do it, but I wouldn't. I don't see a point of building something twice. Important to learn for sure. Better to know the hard skills than figure out what you don't need later. Yeah, like there's a thing, right? Like I do the fix n-gon with subdividing thing. especially while I use like, you know, creasing and that sort of shit. But you need to understand what you're doing first before you do that, or you end up with some super fucked up topology, right? Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's better to learn it properly first. What does this look like actually? Like, you could technically have something like this, right? Like this would be an example of using the subdivision to fix this topology. But it's because I know how it's going to subdivide. If you have it like, and like this still doesn't look bad, if that makes sense. Like this sort of topology doesn't look wrong in comparison to doing, you know, the first example I showed where you have like, you know, this piece of geo. Because, you know, if you build up the habit of being lazy and just be like, oh, I'll subdivide this. This looks terrible, but then this one looks usable. That's the main point I'm trying to make here. I just don't think you should build bad habits until you know what you're doing. In your experience, do you find that people usually have to start at cartoony, mid-level? No, of course not. That's like things like Bardell and stuff, to me, is a completely different industry. Like animation and VFX are two different things. Like your experience in feature anim might not translate to VFX. And like a studio might not even respect it, for example. Like imagine you want to go into a VFX studio and all you have is anim work. They might not be able to trust that you can hit feature film quality level because you don't have that in your portfolio. So that is like a risk of going to feature anim. I would take anything, like especially at this point, I would take anything. Like a job is a job at this point, but I wouldn't expect it to translate one-to-one. And it's definitely not like a progression, right? There's no expectation that you would do feature anim first and then VFX. They're just two completely different jobs. What do you think about games? Do you think going back and forth in games of VFX will count as experience? I wouldn't think so, no. It could be worse. You could be Indian. What do you, in relation to what? If the result of subdivision is predictable, then it's okay to go that way. But other than that, pushing narrative, like, yeah, it's okay if you know what you're doing. And it's with intention instead of laziness. I think that's the main thing. Oh, I see, okay. Yeah, Australian accent's pretty bad. I am still slightly sick though, so that probably doesn't help the understanding my voice. I'm also in Vancouver, and something my professors tell me that I need to have some continuous stuff because majority of the work will be said. Nah, I think your professor's full of shit. Honestly, it's what? If you have cartoony stuff in your portfolio, it will not help you at all get a job in a VFX studio. Like if I was you, I would pick, do you want to do VFX or do you want to do feature anim? Because they're two different jobs. They have nothing to do with each other. Well, I mean, the skills can be transferable, but they're not a path to each other. And you don't have to start at like Bardell. Like that's not a thing. Did Harkonnen Harvester win the VFX award? It did not, unfortunately. The Romulus space station did. Somehow. Anyway. Yeah, it's not like it's not a path. You don't have to go to feature anim first. And I personally think splitting your portfolio between feature anim and VFX is not a good idea. I would tailor your portfolio to what you want to do. What really makes the modeling piece hard surface? I think it's just the forms themselves, right? Essentially, does it deform? Deform, like the geometry deforming, I think is the biggest difference between hard surface and organic. Do you mind if I, sorry, gunshot, do you mind if I ask where you're studying, out of curiosity? You're a Capilano? You've been told, this is one thing that's unfortunate about schooling. Like I do disagree with a lot of what is taught. I've been told that my professors are full of shit by other industry peeps too. That's the thing, like how you're paying for like an education, and how do you trust the source now that professionals have told you you're being taught things that are wrong? Yo, how's it going? The jet is looking sharp. Cheers. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, how do you, if you're in your first year and you're already being told that you're being told the wrong things, how do you keep going? Like, how do you trust what you're told by your your professor going forward? Yeah, I've heard some really wild shit from professors before. School and industry are completely two different things. The industry is where you work and make a living. If your teachers are misguiding you, getting a job will be hard to get and keep. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a big reason why I do this like free education and like put all this stuff online and do the live streamings and stuff, so I can at least help course correct people back into the path of the industry if they get told some whack shit by their school. There was someone who told me I can get good feedback if I do the exact opposite of what the professor says. Why are you paying for this then? Like what is this? Teachers are like the ones that can't get a job in the industry, so they become teachers. Not always. I mentor at Think Tank. Think Tank has a lot of working professionals as teachers. I think Think Tank is pretty good with that. It's super scary how much wrong information schools give. My school is rampant with it. Yeah, it's crazy. Your topology samples are really helpful. Awesome. schools should align with what the industry is doing. True. I think that's. I know I keep praising think tank, but I think one of the things that makes think tank good is the fact that they do mentorship. So they actually have like industry people do the final project with the student. I think that is very valuable. I had a bit of luck during my uni because my professor was a guy who worked as a 3D artist before we started to teach, so taught good stuff. That's good. If it wasn't for the fact that I was international and needed to go through a uni. Okay, that's fair. If you get a visa through this, it can be worth it. I would probably just take what you're told with a grain of salt. Andrew, there's a free plug. Oh, no, that's in Maya as well. I just didn't want to do it specifically because I wanted to control how much you want around here. It's in Maya. If you go here and select that, and then you go to bonus tools, modeling, select, oh shit. Click that. Bonus tools, modeling, select every every n thing, and you can do it. It does exist. I just wasn't sure how it was going to react here. So I just did it manually. I was a TA at an accredited school in LA, students spending 30K a term. And the foundations program was horrid per... What the fuck? 30K a term? Sign up for my private mentorship, it's so much cheaper. Yeah, Broken Robot, thanks for the 40 months, holy shit. Thanks so much. Yeah, it's in bonus tools, it's pretty good. US education is a scam? Yeah, US is a scam for a lot of things, unfortunately. When I was booking my hotel to go to VES in LA or Beverly Hills or whatever, I was viewing the whole process in Canadian dollars. Like it allows you to view it in Canadian dollars, right? So I was viewing it in Canadian dollars, and literally at the checkout, it swaps itself to USD and doesn't tell you and hides it. So I was like, oh, cool. This is like 900 Canadian dollars for 2 nights. And then I got billed $1,300. I'm like, what the fuck? So, yeah, US in general is a fucking scam. Do you think degree is necessary? No, not at all. Only thing degree does is helps you get a visa. How much is my mentorship? The way we do the mentorship is it's pretty loose. It's 1 session every 2 weeks for 160 Canadian an hour. But there's no set term. So if people want to have like a break for like a few weeks, it's billed start of each month. And if people want to have a break, that's always good. It's not like pay 5K up front. It's not 5K, but I'm just saying a number. It's not like pay a large sum up front and then it's like that. It's very flexible. How did I get involved with Think Tank? No, they reached out to me because Carlos requested me, and I wasn't part of the school. So the school was like, hey, this student would like you to be a mentor. Are you interested? And I was like, all right, sure, why not? For that mentorship, would you recommend that person be competent with Maya? No, we have one currently using Blender. I had one previously using Max. Yeah. you're paying about 200 an hour US. Holy shit. That's a bit more than my mentorship, but still. Yeah, one of my students just got a job at ILM, so that's pretty cool. I think, oh God, let's pull this over here. We were just looking at his work. Yeah, Lewis was actually the one who contacted me first to do private mentorship. So Lewis was the one who essentially started the private mentorship journey, essentially, because he reached out to me, and then we did this. He had zero hard surface experience, so he picked this up super quick. We did this, and now he got a, now he got a job at ILM. So good on Lewis. Yeah, I guess some more water. Back in a sec. Do you have a contact who could be reached? I'm curious what's involved. Wait, what? In regard to mentorship? Oh, you mean think tank themselves? I don't know who you would contact. There must be like a general think tank contact, right? Wait, what? Where are you reading the other comments? Oh yeah, Twitch. We multi-stream. Oh god. We are multi-streaming. So we got two different chats. Oh, cool. Yeah, multi-stream is useful just because like Twitch gets rid of the VODs while YouTube doesn't. So Twitch I think is better for the live stream experience, but YouTube is better for keeping the VOD, if that makes sense. You couldn't multi. No, you can now. They changed that. They changed that a while ago. Are we just reducing topology? Not really. We're just refining what we have. Honestly, like it's just this is the first stream back in a while, so it's more of just like a hangout, and I'm kind of noodling away at things while we wait. Well, not wait, but while we just hang out. Is that a link you can see if you're qualified? Wait, what do you mean? Why is my Maya not crashed all the time? I mean, I don't know why everyone's Maya crashes. It sounds like a skill issue or something. Nah, I'm joking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't do dumb shit, I guess, in my Maya. I don't know. You made the mistake of trying to do think tanks online? Oh, just because you're too busy? That's like the best start you can have in the industry? So. I don't think... I think starting at ILM at this point is the same as starting at like any other, like DNEG, Framestore. I was going to say NPC, but obviously RIP NPC. Yeah, I think if you start in any of these big studios, that's a good start to your career. I would say, like, because there's like a million ILM companies now, I think starting at ILM isn't... Of course, it's a good thing, right? Don't get me wrong. But it's not the same as starting at ILM San Francisco when as its height or something like that, right? Of course, it's not bad or anything, but you know. Can you give some advice on what you should know as a junior hard surface modeler? Like, do you have to know lighting? Nope. And compositing? Nope. I think a junior modeling position... What? I think junior modeling positions specifically aren't there. Yeah, they're there. Junior positions are definitely there. I would say at this point, I would probably do modeling and texturing though. That's the only thing I would say. I would probably have both at this point. God, why does this have to twist like this? Would you still model intersecting geo? It depends on the studio I'm working for. Sometimes you can get away with it, sometimes you can't. Everything has to be closed. That's the only overall rule. Do I want to bother fixing this? Maybe we can fix it in a super ghetto way. Why is this not here? Yeah, good enough. Maya, please, Maya, stop. That's good enough. Even faces you can't see? Yeah, you have to leave it as a closed object, right? If this was for effects, we would have to close these faces. Everything must be a closed object. I don't really care about this one. It's a bit... This one's way more obvious than that one. Sorry for backseating, but use soft select and rotate. Man, I literally just did it. Like, I don't have to use soft select and rotate. Time for Andrew to spoil the movie magic again. What am I spoiling? Does DNEG hire remotely at the... DNEG never hires remotely. Whoa, do you mean to do remote work as in like in a different like state, or like what do you mean? Or do you mean hire and then relocate? Wait, what? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. This is cool. Are we modeling YF19? Yeah, how did you get it? Yeah, this is a YF19. You sent me an email? Alright, I'll check in a bit. From a different country. Wait, are you saying like... Wait, why is this here? Do you mean like remote from a different country, or do you mean get hired and they fly you over here? Is that what which one are you asking, I guess, is the real question. Remote? No chance. You in VFX, we are based on tax incentives, so you have to be in the state that the work is being done. So to work for DNEG Vancouver, you have to be in British Columbia. Like, say for example, I can't work for ILM London because I would have to be in the UK. It's that sort of thing, right? That's the way I'm stuck right now. All the jobs are in Canada, but I can't work in Canada unless I have a job, but can't get a job unless I'm already in Canada. What country are you in right now, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, US, you're easy. Like, you do what Garrison did and get an open work permit. Canada, I mean, US have the easiest chance of getting a job in Canada for sure. I would apply for an open work permit. Not to make light of your situation, but you, as a US person, you have the easiest chance of getting to Canada, I think. Is industry in Canada good enough or isn't so great, I think, at the moment to get a visa? Sorry, what? I think it's hard to justify a studio giving you a visa if you have no work experience. That's why I would suggest getting an open work permit if you can to Canada. Why did I do this? I'm surprised with how unknown the work permits are. I've met a lot of people for the US that don't know about it. Yeah, like America has the easiest chance of getting a work permit to Canada, of any country. What is the best version used? Wait, what? What is the best version used by Andrew and Maya? Sorry, I don't get what you're asking. Sorry. All the facts. So all the jobs say you need to be able to work in Canada. That is true. But an open work permit will get you that job. As long as they don't need to pay for a visa, you can get a job in Canada. Is it good in Canada? It's as good as it can be, I guess. I don't know if the industry is necessarily good anywhere, but it's as good as it can be. So you can get your visa on your own and then wait for... Yeah, you can do that. It's not easy, but as an American, it would be the easiest to do. Wait, is this the right side? Oh, it is. Okay, cool. I wonder how the recent events will affect Canada industry. Oh, you mean with some good old American politics? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really think of that. We just recovered from strikes. It would be nice if they could give us a break for a little bit. Yo, how's it going? Nah, open work permit has nothing to do with a company. I don't know anything about the open work permit. You would have to look into it. Garrison seems to be proof that you can get them though. What are we working on? We're building a YF-19. I wonder how... Oh, yeah, just read the bit. So you can... Yeah, read that bit. Yeah, oh, fuck. We'll see what happens with the industry, honestly. Wait, I'm an idiot. I can still use part of this, I guess. So this slides here. Oh, it's not connected. Interesting. But yeah, we should be back to streaming again now. It's kind of funny seeing so YouTube gives you like projected earnings for the month. Oh, this doesn't even go straight. Whatever, no one's going to see it. YouTube gives you projected earnings for the month, and since I didn't stream for like a month, it plummeted so much. It's kind of funny. Actually, no one's even going to see this. Why am I building this? Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time. What was your favorite project you worked on? Doing 2. Not even close. Oh. Nah, sorry, I did miss that question. Afraid you might have missed the question at this time. Would you recommend someone go to VFX or games in terms of job stability? Haha, job stability. Haha, that's a good one. Don't know. I think both have pros and cons. It's up to you. I would just pick what you would enjoy doing. Do you want to work in games or do you want to work on movies? I think that's it. Games are longer projects, sure, but you can work on a game for 4 years and then the game doesn't come out. At least with movies, if you work on a movie, there's a pretty good chance the movie will come out. So there's pros and cons to both. Imagine you start your career, you you work 4 years on a game and the game gets cancelled. Then you have nothing to show for 4 years of your life. And it was your first job, so you have literally no portfolio. It can be very risky. It also depends what country you live in, right? Like US has way more game studios than VFX, where Canada has way more VFX studios than games. Can I state some pros and cons from working in VFX? Pros for VFX. Fast turnarounds of projects, so it means you get more projects on your resume pretty quickly. Pros. So, but the con of that means you could also be out of a job quicker. One of the cons is the industry is based on tax incentives. So you would probably have to relocate to a VFX hub. But then in games, you would probably have to relocate to where the game studio is, regardless. What else is there? It depends on the medium, right? Like, if you like movies, you would probably want to work in VFX. The reason I went into VFX is because I didn't want to have to deal with polygon budgets and shit like that. Eastern gaming industry is booming right now. Yeah, it's I personally Okay, if I was to pick, I would literally just think about the medium itself that I would enjoy being attached to the most. That's what I would do. For me, I wouldn't worry about job stability because no job is stable in this like current market. Like not even just games or VFX, like, you know, software, tech, all these companies have crazy job security at this point. Nowadays, polygon budget isn't really a thing. Sure, but when I got in the industry 12 years ago, it was. And that's why I chose VFX. You're thinking of joining the military? Jesus. AI is going to take over FX work? I wouldn't give a shit about AI, honestly. Everyone just makes up shit at the moment about how they think it will take over everything. If it does, it does. I wouldn't let it get in the way of doing what I want to do. I live in a city in Germany and there maybe aren't a lot, so maybe they would pick me. Wait, what? Should you apply for a position when they're looking for if they're looking for a senior and you have no experience? I wouldn't bother. It doesn't. They're not going to pick you. It's. I mean, I know that sounds kind of like people say you should just apply for everything. I disagree with that. Like you shouldn't apply for a lead position as with no experience. I think, sure, you can apply for a mid with no experience, but senior and lead, I wouldn't. I think machine learning does have a place in. I can't remember what it was, but someone told me about machine learning used in doing like blend shapes. Like that sort of stuff is very useful, but it's not the AI people are thinking of where you just generate entire movies. I think machine learning has like a use case in helping workflow, but not replacing the final output. There will always be jobs, but it will just be lower demand. Who knows? Everyone's just speculating, right? This is why I just don't really care. Like, people on the internet can speculate all they want about how fucked the future is. I don't really care, honestly. I will just keep making my little spaceships until I can't. Yeah, I think there is a place for machine learning in helping workflows, like for Roto and stuff like that. But generative AI that just does everything instantly for us is not a threat at all, I don't think. Machine learning has been used in the industry for lip syncing, have 7 rebirth. Yeah, I think, yeah, machine learning, because we're going to call it machine learning, it's not AI, is useful as a tool. But when you see all these AI influencers and AI consultants online talking about this generative AI stuff, I don't think it's that concerning. Do you think of what the future might be after being 50 or something with the layoffs and seeing big houses shut down? Do our industry gives pension? It doesn't give pension. Or I have my own personal RRSP for retirement. Yeah, but people talk about NPC shutting down now, but Rhythm and Who shut down like a decade ago. But NPC shut down because NPC was, I mean, Technicolor were a joke. Like Technicolor business plan was abysmal. That's not necessarily the industry's fault. Like businesses that do bad business will go out of business. I think that's how it is, really. It's about a snake oil as it gets to this stage still. Yeah, for sure. I do think. That's why I just don't really care. You know, a lot of the people that are pushing AI replacing us completely aren't in the industry and have never worked in the industry. So why would they know anything about working in the industry? I think the only place that is useful / concerning is concept, because that is a good idea generating thing. But it doesn't really, just because you can use Gen AI to create a concept doesn't mean that will go into a movie. It's just not going to function. Bonus tools. Oh, did it not? Anyone who tells you X is going to take over Y and kill everyone's job is probably trying to say something. Of course. Yeah, most of these people that sell this stuff are all... Wait, what the fuck is this thing? They're all, have their bullshit AI consultant jobs and shit like that. Like, what is this? I thought one of the worst fucking things I saw on LinkedIn was how it was talking about how Flow won the Oscar, which is fucking awesome, by the way, right? Like, Flow was made by a very small team in a free software, and it won the Oscar and all sorts of stuff. And like they're talking about how the post was talking about how it's you don't need big budget anymore and all this sort of stuff, and all of this can be done with a small team. We're like, yeah, there's still good points. And then it goes, this is why Gen AI is the future. I'm like, oh my god, you got so close to understanding this. It's like you took this thing which was a labor of love, and you used it to plug fucking Gen AI. Like shut the fuck up. Like Gen AI wasn't used at all in Flow. Like it's just so stupid. Like you got so close to understanding the assignment, but and it's just like it's so stupid because they took this thing which was obviously made with passion and love, and they used it to market AI slop. And it's just so stupid. Man, you gotta stop with the backseating, man. I don't give a shit, if I'm completely honest. The first problem's going. Nah, LinkedIn's funny though. Have you guys seen? Let me find this guy. This guy is always super entertaining. what's his name? Fucking sirens. Let's see. There's a dude who's he's a comedian on LinkedIn. He's a comedian, and he constantly does like LinkedIn posts that obviously take the piss out of what you'd expect from LinkedIn. I thought I would have come across him by now. Yeah, I'll look it up later. The credit guy? What's the credit guy? %90 of the bros pushing Gen AI slot were bros pushing crypto slot. Yeah, exactly. I see him all the time, constantly. And the one time I actually look for his post, I can't find it. Maybe it would be in my search history. Oh, we don't have search history. Oh, no, we do. Oh, yeah, did you... Do you guys see the guy that took some pictures I posted and used them to, like, market himself, but they were like the most basic shit. That was good fun. Oh, I can't find this guy. Whatever. What pictures? Oh, I'll show you. It's pretty funny. Some fun little LinkedIn drama. Where are we? Replies. Comments. Oh, he got rid of it. Shame. That was really funny. Did you really get rid of it? Damn. It's just some dude from Bangladesh trying to be an influencer, I think. Yeah, he seems to have gotten rid of the post. That's a shame. It was just like my topology thing, and it was like super fucking basic. Like, as in, like, you could have just remade the example yourself in like 2 minutes. Oh god, here's a picture of Chonchons. This dude's so obsessed. What the fuck? This guy is just like so obsessed with like taking other people's images and doing like posts about them. This is Chunchun's work. That's so funny. And call it content, yeah. How? It is what it is. It's good fun. But yeah, like I'm not even joking. Like the image, like what he took from me, right? was like it was like, you know, this generic example I always use for like creasing, where it's like some shit like this. It was like this. And he took this example and posted it as like a topology example or whatever, and like how like talking about how modelers overcomplicate everything and shit like that. I'm like, man, you could have just made this yourself in like 2 seconds, like. And he's talking about how he made like 1,500 models in 3 years and shit. And it's just like, it's like a model a day almost. LinkedIn is just self-masturbation development guru. Yeah. Yeah, LinkedIn's pretty funny. Twitch just showed you the most cursed ad ever? Why? What was the ad? What is the best way to find effects jobs? Honestly, find a way of making connections, I think, is the biggest key. I know it's going to sound not the best to say, but I think connections is definitely the key to getting a job in the industry. That's so random. What the hell? It's kind of depressing for you to go on, honestly. What do you mean? Oh, you mean LinkedIn? Shit. Sorry, I read that completely differently to what you said. I thought you meant like rethinking your career choice or some shit like that. I thought that's what you meant by it's depressing for you to go on. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, today's stream hasn't been super productive. It's been more just like a casual catch up and shoot the shit and that sort of stuff. But yeah, Chunchun's Mario stuff is pretty good. I used to work with her for a little bit at Island Vancouver. I think she's at Blizzard at the moment, I think. Damn. Yeah, I would definitely, I would definitely not stay up if you have to get up at 6:30 for sure. Have a good night. You hate how much people can stalk you on LinkedIn. Isn't that the whole point of LinkedIn? Like, isn't why else would you be on LinkedIn if it's not for people to look at you? Isn't that the point? Being notified someone views your profile is so pointless because most of the time you can't even like view it anyway. Like, oh, you can pay it. Yeah, fuck paying LinkedIn though. Useless website. Yeah, they've pushed that subscription to me for like 15 years. I'm never gonna do it. Why? Why can't you just leave me alone? Did I UV this right? Please tell me I did. Oh, thank God. You pay when looking for a job? Does it provide value? Like, do you actually feel like you get a benefit from it? Yeah, honestly, for me, all my jobs have come through recommendations of people. I've never gotten a job that way. Ever. I mean, I know that can be kind of, I'm not saying you can't, of course. Oh shit. But me personally, I've never looked for a job. I know it sounds kind of strange. Oh, I mean, that's a lie. When I first was trying to get an industry, I obviously looked, but since then, it's always been connection. Like, I'm not joking. Like, connection is most of it. Word of mouth has been good for you? Yeah, word of mouth is everything, personally. Is it a good idea to show both production and gamers wireframes? Is it okay? Wait, what do you mean by production? As in VFX production, or like? Yeah, for me, oh, I would pick one or the other. I don't do both. There's no point of having both in your portfolio. I would just pick whatever career direction you want to go and do that. You've only had one job in 3D, and it's because you worked with the devs for a prototype game? That's cool. Did I say they all need to be closed meshes? Only for effects. No, the closed meshes is only for effects meshes. Like if it gets destroyed. And then if it does get destroyed, depends. Usually I would do the back faces at like 50% texel density to this side. So I wouldn't make the inside the same density as the outside. But obviously this is not for effects, so they're open. Hi, how's it going? But yeah, we'll probably go for 15 more minutes. So we'll hit the 2 hour mark. Fuck, it's 3:30 already. I'm so hungry. Daylight savings really fucked me a bit. How often does the director change their mind? Well, all the time. And you get a note for, oops. Yeah, it happens. That happens all the time. That's very normal. Do I use ZBrush for surface modeling? No. Only for sculpting damage. How long it took this YF19? Oh, I've got no idea. It's been like 2 years, honestly. It's been 2 years, but like I won't touch it for like 5 months at a time. I would have no idea what the actual time is. And then like, we started doing a bit of texturing and like, oh my fucking god, my license isn't. What do you mean no license found? Do I have to re-log in again? Oh, here we go. Okay. I have to reinstall my license? Interesting. Okay. All right, false alarm. It's all good. You ever worked with a director or supervisor who really wanted to change something but respected the production timeline? Yeah, of course. At the end of the day, like shit has to get done. So if sorry, at the end of the day, things have to get done, right? And if we run out of time, we run out of time. That happens. That is very normal as well. God, I haven't looked at OpenMari for a while. Is Substance Painter? Yeah, Substance Painter is used. It's mostly Mari though, but Substance is starting to be used more now. God, I haven't opened the plane in Mari for such a long time. I do need to finish it, but I've become busy with, like freelance work and other shit. We'll obviously come back to this at some point though. Oh God, I can't remember how to use this program. Oh yeah, it's the opposite, isn't it? Whatever. But yeah, we started texturing this thing a while ago. It looks so much cooler with like decals and stuff on it. Oh God, Mario's dying. Whatever, let's just close this before everything dies. How steep is the learning curve for Mari? If you know Painter, you'd be fine with Mari. The main thing is getting used to the idea of working with nodes, but if you've used nodes before, you should be fine. Jumping in the air? Wait, what are you talking about? But yeah, if you understand the foundations of texturing, that's the most important part, right? Learning software is just another software. That's the only thing that really matters, right? If you're used to the foundation of texturing. I think one of the problems of learning Substance first is you can get used to the idea of just using the smart materials that just do everything for you, and then you don't really learn the foundation of what texturing is. Then you might struggle in Mari. But if you understand the basics of what texturing is, you should be fine. You create it in from scratch. I think it's a good thing. I think it's obviously good to learn how to use. It's good to learn the foundation of what texturing is, because when you go to Substance Painter, when you go to Mara, you will be creating the texture from scratch. So I think you're essentially in the right direction for sure. Seems like Substance only recently got better at handling UDIMs. Yeah, it's gotten better recently, but it's still not. Substance, you can go up to like 50 UDIMs, where Mara, you can go up to like 1,000, and you're chilling. You'd recommend learning Substance Designer? Designer is not really used in VFX. Some people know it, but it's not like a norm for VFX. I've been learning Houdini recently. Fucking crazy program. That's one thing I've been doing while not on stream, is learning Houdini, and a crazy program. But yeah, I've had to learn how to do like it's crazy, like being able to create scatter cubes across the surface and then use those cubes to boolean the surface, and then running this through I can't remember what the node is, but it's a node that essentially redoes the process until you tell it to stop. So you can have it like scatter cubes across the surface, boolean that shape, and then it takes that shape, scatters cubes across that surface, booleans that shape, and it just keeps going, and it's super fucking cool. Oh, like the modeler tool for Houdini? I'm not really interested in learning modeling in Houdini, more learning just the procedural workflow of it. Would a modeler be expected to rig and animate? Nope, not at all. Houdini is also fractally weird. Yeah, it's crazy. My CG Soup friend has been helping me learn Houdini, and I'll ask him what I think would be a simple question, and it ends up being like a 40-minute call about the foundation of what 3D actually is. I'm like, oh my god, this is so intense. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't show what I've been doing because it's under NDA stuff, but like what I've been able to achieve in such a short time while learning the program is mind blowing for like huge scale sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm starting to get hungry. Let's call the stream here. But yeah, I'm gonna be back to streaming again. Is anyone even streaming? We could raid. Yeah, we'll be back to streaming now. Nah, I see no art streamers online. But yeah, thanks for tuning everyone. Sorry for the hiatus, but obviously life is quite busy at the moment. But yeah, we'll be back to streaming, and we'll actually finish the jet at some point, hopefully. But yeah, thanks for tuning everyone. I greatly appreciate it. We'll definitely be back next Sunday. We might have a stream during the week, but we'll see. For Sundays at least, should be back to normal. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for the subs. I also really appreciate it. So have a good rest of your weekend. See ya. Bye.